Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Watumishi podcast, live from the Sauti gang studios up in Karen Village. Yes, so when you get up to Karen Village, you need to record something good and juicy. Come to Sauti Gang Studios. And today's episode is sponsored by the Sauti Gang Studios. And today we are privileged and humbled to have our guests, none other than Proff.Nandaa. Oh, Proff.Nandaa, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Bwana Garvillo. I'm honored and glad to be here.
Hey, kukupata imekuwa ngumu sana bwana.
Yes.
Hey, you're a busy man, eh? As it should be, lazima tutafute hii kitu inaitwa cheddar. Ama namna gani. So today we want to just have a chit chat with Professor Proff.Nandaa. We call him the Prof. Hii jina Professor ilitoka wapi kwanza? I hear many people call you Prof. Prof ilitoka wapi?
Yes. I think ilianza around when I was just getting to campus. Actually, I gave it the name to myself, but then it was my email. It used to be Proff.Nandaa at Gmail, and then people caught on, and then it stuck. But I'm hoping that one day I'll fulfill the title. Right now I'm a quack professor, but one day I hope that I'll be a real professor.
Indeed. So tunaweza sema hii jina yako uliseme kakutoka na kakushika. Amazing indeed. And also passing through your portfolio, I see you also you're a music lover. You're a lover of music. And basically I wanted to know, where did this love of music come from? Is it a generation thing, or is it just you're the one who scoped it up and said in my generation mimi ndio nashikilia grade la muziki?
But it's interesting. Since my parents were like musicians, but my mom used to sing a lot kwa kanisa. Hiyo ni like mapambio. Actually kwa na present worship hizo my days. It used just to be like mtu anaamka tu anachapa pambio, pambio. My mom ndiye alikuwa mwimbaji kabisa. But nyumbani tu pia muziki ulikuwa hapa na pale. Hizi makaseti za kitambo kama kina Malebo, Angela Chibalonza.
Oh my jinsi watakuelewa lakini go on.
Really. Hata nakumbuka nikikuwa like unajua tukiwa watoto when you're looking after a kettle, uko tu hapo una make like unasema hii ni gitaa yako, ni umechukua kama kafimbo hivi unasema ni gitaa. Nakumbuka nikifanya hizo. So hivyo, lakini muziki kwa serious kwenye pia kanisa ilinisaidia sana. Nilianza muziki nikiwa kanisani around nikiwa class 4. Keyboard tu kulikuwa na ndio church ilikuwa imebaki keyboard. Paka nikakuwa sponsors kwa nikaenda Eldoret kwa kutana na wazito nifunze for like a week hivi. But hapo ndo nilianzia keyboard kwa kanisa. Na I think sikucheza sana kanisani, maybe once in a while. But kulikuwa na main person wa kucheza. Nakumbuka mara mingi ilikuwa unaanza kucheza hivi, alafu mwenye ucheza anaona vile unacheza matope, anakuja anakupush tu pole pole anakutoa kwa ngoni. Bwana hapo unatoka pole. Ni kama unaibika lakini unajikaza.
Wow. Such a good journey, We are happy to listen to these beautiful stories right up now. And maybe just to ask, how many instruments maybe did you learn? Because I've just heard you mentioning about the keyboard. I wish to know maybe how many more instruments do you play?
Let me quickly just before nimalizie. Keyboard was my thing, and then nikiingia form 1 a teacher wa music alipata nikicheza hapo kwa nini kwa I think laliona tu form 1 wakicheza. Mr. Shitobi. Akaniona akaniona vile nacheza, akasema akaniita kando, akaniambia ulichagua nini elective? Nikamwambia nichagua computer studies. Akaniambia hapana, don't bury your talent, you should do music. Akaniconvince, nikaingia nikachapa music. So nilichapa music form 1 yote, lakini nili switch to computer science but studies baadaye. But so nilicheza mostly nilikuwa kwa keyboard, ndio ilikuwa for most of my high school time. Ilikuwa tu nacheza keyboard church na nyumbani na shuleni. But shuleni I don't think nilicheza keyboard for praise and worship. So sikuwa top, nilikuwa tu kucheza tu hapo katikati. And then nikiingia university ndo nika pick up the bass guitar. So nacheza tu, mimi ucheza keyboard kidogo, kuomba maji. Actually C na transport C.
C is your best chord.
C is my best chord.
Tukitoa C homo mi.
Ukicheza this baga mwisho white. Over the key. Sometimes I jump off flat 7 kidogo. Ya kutisha watu.
Lakini umegraduate. Kuna watu unajua unapiga F sharp. F sharp ndio main. Wow. That's indeed nice. Nimesikia umesema something about computer science. Did you pursue computer science and you still went on to do it professionally, or just ulipursue kidogo ukasema
Yes, sasa hiyo ndio ilinishika sana. But both of them, they need a lot of work, but that's what I do now. My main job is I'm a software engineer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Amazing.
But on the side, I love music. Even at our workplace, I organize a band. That also you're part of that band.
Yeah.
You know, lead vocalist.
Yeah. Kabisa.
Yeah, but so inagonga a good thing to mix season build. They require a lot of time, both of them, but we try and balance. Pole tuna balance. Whatever moja kitajim sana unaipea hivyo. But I'm trying. I haven't reached there yet.
Okay. Just mentioning about balancing the two different genres, that is music and basically computer science or programming. How do you manage to do that? Because I tend to think sometimes it's hard for you to balance. Moja inaweza kuwa imekubamba sana. Una feel like imekubamba sana na maybe interrelating the two. Unaona zina interrelate in terms of creation. For example, being a music genius, there are things of that like creation are involved. So do they intermarry? Do we have programming intermarrying with music? Maybe you can just tell us about your experience.
Yes, that's very true. Because all this, they require, it's creation, you create things, so creativity.
Yeah.
So always, even when you're writing code, you're like creating things. As much as it's not like art, like where you're doing art, but you're building something. And music also, you are creating some new sound or something. So they are, in that extent, they are related. Also, they require a little bit of creativity, though music is more of the creativity than in the programming. Yeah, but so they are related, but both of them require a lot of time for you to be good at either of them. So right now I think I've put more of my time in looking in the past. Like if you talk about 10,000 hours or thereabout, I've put more in the programming side. Okay. But I'm planning to see how I can invest more in my music side also. And actually my aim, God willing, one day I would like to go into music production. Wow. Yeah.
Indeed.
So your 10th album.
Yeah.
The book.
Yeah. I'm ready in
the
it.
first one, najua you step ready, but the 10th one, book.
I'm already in it. And even maybe as we just close up our first segment of the interview, maybe I'll just want to know what is the advice you can give to people who want to get into the field of music or want to get into the field of programming. What advice can you give the young tax outs here? Yeah.
Okay, let me start with the programming. It's actually a very great field. I can say that you don't have to actually have like a mathematics or something, like a particular background, because it's now wide enough. Okay. You can always get your place. It's a very wide field. Computer, or let's say just computer studies or ICT. Okay. In general, it's a very wide field. You can pick if you like to design, you can be in what you call user experience designing.
Get your niche and do.
Yeah. So it's a very wide field. So it's something that I can easily encourage anyone with any interest. You can pick it, and even it can be. Now, I think any field, you'll need to have some literacy in programming or ICT. Yeah. So it's going to be like a good field even before you go to any other field. So that one, I can encourage them that they can pick up from anywhere, maybe starting with programming, a little bit of programming. Okay. A good language, it can be like Python. Okay. And then now in music, I think it's about just putting in the work, practicing, understanding the basics, like about scales, harmonization or any all these things. Putting in the work to understand those things. If you can go even up to sight reading, it'd be really great, so that you can you'll be able to play in bands that maybe don't have to practice. Everyone just has their sheets, and then you just meet for the final rehearsal.
Okay.
Yeah. So
final fire question, maybe to ask you, among the instruments, which one do you think is the easiest to learn?
So I don't know most of this.
Among the two that you...
the two?
Yes.
The easiest is the keyboard.
Yeah.
In terms of, not easiest, but in terms of, out of the bat, you can be able to start creating good sounds. And, I've noticed that with music, also you have to, for you to keep playing, you have to be playing something that you like. So the best, maybe before you really get it, you might not really have any nice thing to play, unless maybe you're playing along maybe a music. But the keyboard, I feel like once you know a few of the things, you can be able to play along, and it's visual. It's even the bass is visual, but the keyboard, it's more visual, and I feel like maybe
it allows more creativity to some extent.
To the extent,
with the more chords and all that. Thank you so much, Anthony Nandaa, professor mwenyewe. Karibu sana kwenye podcast. Any day, anytime, ukifeel tu umefika pale nje, ingia ndani bana. We need to do this thing more and more. Vipi? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching our podcast, Watumishi podcast. It's a wrap. Until next time, Mama Vipi.
Awesome.
Kudos.
See you guys.